This is Sybert signing into Red Alert 3 on the map Magmageddon for a 3v3. As the blue Soviets in the top left-hand corner, this is Messican. Scrolling down the left side of the map, playing as the Yellow Empire, this is Alvente. And in the south, playing as the Cyan Allies, gotta find him, there we go, it is Yuno. Meanwhile, on the right side of the map, playing as the Purple Allies, this is Dachi. In the middle, as the Red Allies, it's the Prince. Good old Prince back for another game. And in the north, going airfield first as the Orange, this is Deboy 1993. And of course, we do have Double Evil's overlay currently working. No, it is not in its final form, but I did want to give it a try as far as doing a regular single YouTube video with the full overlay, with it all coming together. You guys may have seen this happening live, and we're going to keep refining the general look and the functionality, but Double Evil is basically just doing this stuff in his free time, you know, aside from his job. It's not like he's quit work to become a Red Alert 3 developer to make one tool. But, you know, still, very appreciative to Double Evil for putting in the time, for making this happen. And you guys get to see it here in this VOD. But, of course, we do have a 6-player game where half of the players, no more than half, 4 out of 6, are allied. So this is going to be a lot of, I assume, aircraft, a lot of, I don't know, javelins, riptides, and peacekeepers, but you do have a triple allied team on the right side. So the unity could be quite strong. Lots of multi-gunner turrets, lots of opportunities for players to join forces and have a very homogenous mix, whereas the team on the left side, they've got the strengths and the weaknesses of each of the 3 factions, and we'll see if they're able to actually put that to good use. In this case, Alvente is putting it to good use, taking down one harvester, the other harvester off the line, forcing some lost mining time here for Dachi. In the meantime, Yuno does snipe that oil derrick. The one allied player from the left side of the map does come over for a kill. Little Riptide Peacekeeper action as the hydrofoils clip the wings of that Vindicator, clean that up as well. More Tengu's going to be coming in. Dachi taking a lot of damage, but this might be giving a lot of space to our other players in the middle and in the north. For example, Prince now moving out through the middle of the map with a big old infantry army. He is turning south. He's going to be putting some pressure on Yuno, and Yuno is going to have to maybe rely on his teammates to get himself out of this bind. Apollo's looking to hunt down these Tengus, but it will be the Vindicator that gets the kill, and the Tengu harass will be shut down. But the Terror Drone harass is living large as Messican gets a Terror Drone in there. By the way, I do know that the overlay is sort of in the wrong order. They're at least grouped by teams, but the order is not the same order as you see on the mini-map. And, you know, that's something we can maybe fix in the future. But for now, this game, it will just be a little bit broken. But it is at least, you know, top versus bottom. So you have them grouped together in that sense. And a big chunk of infantry coming in here from Dachi and Prince joining forces. And it is going to be shutting down Yuno, who's bringing in a couple of Vindicators to try and shut down this infantry attack. But this is way too much firepower. The airfield goes down. The barracks goes down. The oil derrick is already eliminated. And the refinery is going to be the next target of Dachi and Prince joining forces. Alvente or somebody is going to need to put up some defense here. A sentry gun is being added on. Bears are being added into the mix. Messican is hoping that a couple of bears can help swing the tide, and indeed it looks like they will. A giant roar comes off, but this is only half of the army as Dachi shows up with his Riptides, with his Peacekeepers, with his reinforcements to shut down these bears, to shut down this defense. Vindicator's going to be moving out on the other side of the map, getting a couple of bombing runs, but no, it looks like they were taking down Tengus, who managed to kill off one of the Harvesters, and this is a complete break of Yuno. The main base is cracked wide open. Yuno is escaping out onto the water, but that is going to be a consolation prize in this moment. However, these bears getting off some amazing roars. This is a huge chunk of infantry that's about to get cut down by bears and riptides. Vindicators from Prince come in for the kill on a couple of the riptides, but it's not enough, and this attack will be shut down. Every single peacekeeper, every single jab will go down. Well, it's just going to take a little while for them to actually be eliminated in this case. Tier 2 for our Empire player in the middle there. Cryo shot fires off. Yuno gets a kill, and Dachi has done some damage, but is not out of the woods quite yet. Meanwhile, Messican has spent a lot of cash in the south defending his teammate, and that might mean he's a little bit weaker back at home. This might have been a very late super reactor here for Messican. He's got no hammer tank, so they've either been getting cleaned up or the hammer tanks just weren't existing until quite recently. Third refinery is up. It is still working and active, so that harvester has either been rebuilt or has stayed online. Meanwhile, Tengu's looking for a bit of damage in the middle of the map. The team on the left side has been beaten down pretty severely by almost losing one entire player, and maybe they will be able to make the comeback happen. They will be able to make it through, but playing in a 3v2 is no easy feat. Killing off a couple of harvesters does help even the odds, and killing off an entire expansion would be a nice step forward for the team on the left side. Vindicators clean up a couple of tsunami tanks. Tank busters are here as well. If this could shut down this entire forward expansion, this could be a big win for the team on the left side. But it is going to come at a price. Every tsunami goes down, and now the tank busters are open and exposed. The Guardians almost all go down, but one more spawns in, and the jabs with the Peacekeeper and the Vindicator will clear out that attack. MCV taking a bit of damage. Messican has to absorb some shots with that MCV, but I guess it's better than the tanks going down. If Alvinte had been able to keep this attack going, do some serious damage to Prince, we would have been looking at a much more even game. Yuno bouncing back as well as he can, but is it going to be enough? He might actually get the kill on this Harvester just with the Riptide, but no, the Vindicators will clean up that Riptide, and the Harvester can get back to work. Engineer gets sniped. Dat Boy is going to be losing an engineer, which is always unfortunate, but he's got himself 3 refineries. He could even take a relatively safe water expansion at the back of his base if he so chose to do so. 2 more. Nope. All right. Splits the bombs between 2 different tsunami tanks, so just severely weakens 2 tsunami tanks as opposed to actually killing them. And, oh, the bomb splitting. Dachi has the time to go for the bomb splits. Is going to try and clean up a couple of the tank busters as well. MCV is going to take some damage, and maybe Alvinte can finally get a big win here against the triple allied team on the right side. Dog comes in, good roar, shuts down most of the tank busters, and the point defense drones do get cleaned up. The tsunamis get eliminated. The MCV will be saved. The Peacekeepers are here to save the day for sure, but Messican is starting a big fight in the north. Team on the left side has been on the back foot, but it looks like Messican has been macroing well against Dat Boy, but maybe not well enough, as this is going to be Athena cannons versus no Athena cannons on the left side, and Alvinte finds himself outranged, outgunned, and outmatched. His army was okay, but when you have Athena cannons, well, the Vindicators do help as well, but the Athena cannons just allow the allied army to take every engagement with guaranteed kills. Messican being beaten back. Dat Boy putting them some points on the board, once again striking out against Messican, and he may actually be able to do some more damage MCV is being brought to the forefront once again. Laser Painter is going to allow these units to do bonus damage also. And now the Bears cleaning up the jabs, cleaning up the Peacekeepers, but they can't clean up those other units. The Hammer Tanks are going to try and close in on the Athena. The Vindicator may actually get the kill there as the Vindicator goes golden, kills the MCV. Fortunately, there is a crane here for Messican, so he can still rebuild. He can still stand on his own. Prince saving Dachi once again in the south. This purple allied player has taken so much damage, but he's still in the game, and he mostly keeps his economy online and alive. Alvente always with the rebuild, always with a fresh tsunami tank army. He never has enough anti-air to support those tsunami tanks, but he is always trying. He is pretty consistent about his macro. It's just his unit compositions keep getting just sideswiped and shut down by aircraft because he has quite literally nothing that shoots up, and it's not like there's a bunch of Apollos on Overwatch or anything. All right, Athena Cannon going to be leading the charge here with the Mirage tank as well. Fires off a cryo shot, but the Aegis Shield is actually going to kind of block part of that a little bit there. Tsunami tanks avoid most of it, and it will be Messican coming in for the kill, but I don't know that he'll actually find very much damage against this dual army. It's a 2v1 that turns into as Messican almost... Oh, he doesn't even get the Vindicator. He doesn't get the Vindicator. Loses another Hammer Tank and still doesn't get the Vindicator. Dachi has pushed forward in the south, found a bit of damage out on the water. Messican's expansions, they are thin. He was never able to get up to that 4 refinery place, at least never with any consistency. Maybe he took this refinery at some point, but he was never able to hold it for very long. Terror drones and Bears, great units in their own right, but not necessarily against a bunch of Athena cannons, Mirage tanks, and infantry on the ground. Vindicators, the unsung hero perhaps of this game, of this match. They've done so much damage, so many really good bombing runs from the team on the right side to snipe every kind of unit on the map, and the Vindicators just keep escaping from seemingly every engagement. The Crusher Crane is about to go down, and this combo attack from Datboy and Prince seems like it's going to be difficult to stop. King Oni's coming in. Mirage tanks somewhat on the front line, but the Athena cannons are the real target for these King Onis. They will fall eventually, but they have done some damage to slow this attack. I just don't think it's enough damage against a almost War Factory-less, well, soon-to-be War Factory-less, there we go, a War Factory-less Soviet player with 2 refineries. It's just, you need to do a bit more than slow down the attack. You need to really kill off everything. And okay, Yuno is coming in there for the kill, does force the sell-off of the refinery, gets a kill on the Harvester as well. Some true consolation level prizes here for the team on the left side. Alvente has a Eureka. There is always hope. 1 Vindicator down. 2nd Vindicator does escape, though. No 2 Vindicator kills for this Eureka. I mean, Eureka, you know, can do a lot of damage very quickly. I just don't know that she'll be alive long enough. She has been spotted by the team on the right side. The triple allied team will be able to, I don't know, send a couple of cryocopters. Although, we haven't seen many cryocopters this game at all. This has been pretty much a ground, I mean, I guess it's not ground army entirely. Vindicators have been a big, big part of this game. But no cryocopters, really, from the team on the right side. Snipes the Tier 3 barracks. Does deny any further Eureka production. And hey, sometimes 1 Eureka is all you need. A couple of jabs are here. Vindicator's going to be able to kill off the Riptide, and this multi-gunner turret will be able to get a couple of more kills, but this is too many Javelin soldiers here. It looks like even the ore refinery is going to be going down. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, Eureka getting targeted down. It is going to be the Mirage tanks that get the kill, leaving this 1 Rocket Angel left to guard these King Onis. One Athena Cannon does go down, but that might be the last kill for this army. Finally, a couple of cryocopters making an appearance, but honestly, it's probably not even necessary for the team on the right side. They have been pretty far ahead in the economy graph for most of this game. They've been at least doing a good job of the total overall harvesters being in their favor. Oh, that is just a reactor. Yeah, I'm not actually sure what Messican is doing in this case. He does have 200 power, so okay, he does have another reactor there in the south. And he's got $3 grand in the bank, but not much more than that. I guess we actually can sort of add together. Oh, wow, Alvin Tay way outstripping basically anyone else. He makes up half of the total income for his team. His team has 200K total gathered, and he is half of that. And the other team is actually not even quite there. Alvin Tay is way outstripped sort of everyone in terms of total resources gathered. And Dachi is actually much further behind than I would have expected. Well, it is a 3v2. Dat Boy can go for any and every expansion that he wants. And there goes the Mecha Bay. It was a tier 3 Mecha Bay. It hurts that much more. The shrunk down King Oni can dodge the Athenas pretty well, but not forever. Although this cryocopter has stopped freezing him, so if he keeps running... No, that's too bad. One more shot and we'll finish him off. I don't know why that Athena Cannon is moving. Oh, going for the crush? What was that? He just killed his friend's Athena Cannon for no particular reason. Anyways. Messican, unfortunately, falling to pieces in the north and turning this into a 2v3. Refinery does go down. Shogun Battleship steps out on to the map. Dachi going for the expansion once again, although this I'm not sure why Dachi hasn't taken this land expansion. It seems like the land expansions would be easier to keep a hold of, but maybe not. Maybe Yuno and Alvin Tay have just been putting too much pressure on them. One reactor left. Messican still in this game in technicality only, really. Mirage tanks tearing apart Alvin Tay's base very slowly. I'm not sure what the team on the left side's plan is. They are still all in this game, which might mean that they're just chatting it up in the in-game chat, or they're all in a voice chat. They're all having a good time. Oh, I guess Alvin Tay does have this one Shogun Battleship, but that doesn't explain why Messican is still in this game. He's holding off on that $3 grand until they really, really need it. All right, so Dat Boy and Prince both catching up to Alvin Tay quite a bit in terms of total resources gathered. Dat Boy nearly floating 10K, but Prince doing a good job of spending all of that cash. Dat Boy realizing like, oh, hey, with these 4 refineries plus 5 refineries plus an oil derrick, I actually have more money than I know what to do with. Shogun Battleship and Sea-Wing both getting frozen, both getting eliminated. Dachi in the south coming in. Uh-oh, wait, did the stream die or something? Weird. Crushing through. Dachi going for the big freeze and the big crush. Messican has been defeated. There we go. All right. One player down. Yeah. I'm not sure what the plan is with these other players. Yuno has been defeated. There we go. Alvin Tay has been defeated as well. That will do it in the end. The team on the right side really coming through on the resource graph. I guess Alvin Tay was ahead for most of it. Messican was keeping pace with Alvin Tay for the first almost half of the game, and then fell slowly behind until he got just crushed. But yeah, Datboy and Prince really catching up in the income graph towards the second half of that game, and that will do it for this match. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is Sybert signing out.